Dailies today.
Dailies today.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Now, what good to know, you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us on Facebook and on YouTube. That is Nigeria Info 99.3. Let's begin. We're going to start with this story here on page 8 of the Guardian newspaper. Outcry over alleged arrest, expulsion of 500 youths in Lagos. That's on page 8 on the Metro page of the Guardian newspaper. Outcry over alleged arrest, expulsion of 500 youths in Lagos. We're going to flip through to page 8. Let's go take a look at that. I'm sure you must have heard about that story, right? So here we go with the story here. If you're watching online, you see me flipping through to the page. It goes, outcry has trailed the allegations involving the Divisional Police Officer DPO Maroko, Chief Superintendent of Police CSP Raji Ganiyu over the arrest of about 500 youths and dumping them in Osun State. The Guardian gathered that the young men were put on the luxurious buses and dumped in Osun at night. A circulated voice note said to be that of the affected boys claimed that they got them inside the buses at about 10 p.m. on Friday and dumped them in Ilesha, Osun State. The boy claimed that they were told to go anywhere they desired to go after being dumped and threatened to shoot them. He alleged that they were initially taken to Elemoro from Morocco and then from there to Osun State. You can read further. You see, whatever is surrounding that, because I know that the Nigerian police has denied it. Hundeyin said something about it the other day. I haven't heard anything concrete from the state government. I am not sure if you have. But the point is, some people were removed from Lagos and then taken to Osun State. We haven't really heard really much about this development as well from Osun State government. Because the police in Lagos has denied that they were ever involved in such activity. Would hope that this unravels very quickly. Well, one thing we must agree on is that we've got a lot of homeless people, young boys, children on the road, especially on Lekki Ekpe Expressway. They're virtually everywhere, and sometimes it can be quite intimidating when you see them on the road. It can be, and something needs to be done about that very urgently, as a matter of fact. Whether this is the right call, whoever that was behind it, at least there is need for some explanation, some really good explanation as to what could be going on. Let's move on to other stories now. The Guardian is next. Northern leaders, NNPP won FG against defense pact with US, France. Northern leaders NNPP won FG against defense pact with US, France. That story is on page. And there's need for, again, government response, whether this is true or not, because we got this information over the weekend as to Nigeria planning to take on this particular move to have the defense pact with the Americans and the French soldiers, the French government, really, because the Nigerians have told them to leave their country. Well, again, we'll just wait for the government to swiftly react to this. It's right here on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. If you like to read, you can pick it up and read further. And what could be the consequence for Nigeria if this were to be true? Would you support Nigeria having defense pact? Let's say a drone station of the U.S. being relocated from Niger to Nigeria, or you have the American base here. I don't see that happening, to be honest with you. I don't see that. But then we don't know exactly what is going on right now with our foreign policy. So I really can't be sure. It's just I don't see any foreign country, no matter how powerful you are, having a base in Nigeria. Oh man, difficult. I don't see that happening. But then, what can I say? I really don't know the posture of this government. internationally, foreign policy wise. I'm really not sure. Let's move on to another story. Really, from 30,000 to 615,000 feasibility hurdles await minimum wage logists in states, private sector. Let me borrow what I just said now. I don't see this one happening too. 615,000 minimum wage. No, I don't see it happening. I don't see that happening. Let me drop the Guardian. You know what? Let's take one more. I've got another one here. On page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Lingering fuel crisis, worsening capacity utilization, productivity, says NECA. Lingering fuel scarcity, lingering fuel crisis, worsening capacity utilization, productivity, says NECA. Absolutely. That's in the Guardian newspaper. I'm going to go pick up the Daily Trust right away. And we have this banner on the front page of the Trust newspaper. NAF airstrikes kill many terrorists in Borno, Niger. NAF airstrikes kill many terrorists in Borno, Niger. That story is on page 4. You can read further here. FG to reconnect 8 Sokoto LGAs to national grid after 10 years blackout. FAN, NSA move to stop multiple checks at airports. That story is on page 15. Lagos market clash. Unions threaten to cut tomato supply to Lagos. That story is on page 6. We would have to go and take a look at that story on page 6 about tomato supply to Lagos. So let's take a look at it. It reads, the Tomato Crates Dealers Association of Nigeria and the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria have threatened to disrupt tomato supply to Lagos State following what they claim was a destruction and burning of their goods. Alhaji Ahmed Alarama, the national chairman of the Tomato Crates Dealers Association, who gave the warning during a press conference yesterday in Zaria, Kaduna State, said an incident in the Agege LGA of Lagos led to the destruction of over 60,000 empty tomato crates. A part of the Ilepo market in Okeodo, Lagos State, was engulfed in flames on Wednesday as clashes erupted between hoodlums and traders over disputed betting winnings. Alaramo, also serving as the National Secretary of the Amalgamated Union of Foodstuff and Cattle Dealers of Nigeria, explained that while raffia baskets were previously used to transport tomatoes to the south, they caused considerable damage. To mitigate that, he said plastic crates were introduced for conveying fresh tomatoes from northern to southern Nigeria. He said more than 70 members of the association lease out these crates to tomato dealers nationwide, and they said they had over 60,000 crates ready to be returned to the north during the market turmoil. These crates were burned by the area boys during the clash, and their attempts to extinguish the fire were thwarted. That's Alaramo, who was speaking to the Trust newspaper. You can pick up that story and read further. And so the headline reads, Lagos market clash. Unions threaten to cut tomato supply to Lagos. You can pick up the paper. Daily Trust is where you'd find that story, as a matter of fact. Now, let's quickly move on to Inside Politics page of the Daily Trust newspaper. I have moved on with governance despite political pressure. Fubara, I have moved on with governance despite political pressure. Fubara, that story is on page 14 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. I will recalibrate PDP to reclaim power. Show me. I will recalibrate PDP to reclaim power. Show me. The writer says, wants blanket immunity for governors stripped. According to him, they should still have some level of immunity, but you see that blanket immunity, immunity, right, should be removed from governors. That's Show me. It's it's on page 14 of the Daily Trust newspaper. All right, so we're going to look at our last story in the Daily Trust. Not really a story, but an editorial of the Daily Trust newspaper. Page 19 is where you'd find it. Tinubu, Nigerians need well-articulated policies. Maybe I mentioned this just about the foreign policy a while ago. Tinubu, Nigerians need well-articulated policies. The story is on page 19. There's an op-ed here. Okay. That's on page 18. Let's move on. I'm going to drop the trust right now. Let me come take your thought very quickly before I move on to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Okay. 0700 993 993 993. That is 0700 993 993 993. Female only line is 0201 465 7190. That is 0201 465 7190. Everyone has got 60 seconds to share their thought with me, okay? Let's make it 60, all right? No more, no less. Well, less is okay. Good morning to you. Morning. Are you here?
I greet you, Sheriff.
I salute you.
Yes, we need to get our foreign policies right. This issue of doing things with these foreign countries is going to be a distraction to us. We need to be focused and know what we want as a country. Let us stop this slave mentality. What does America have to do our local security here? We know where it inches us. Let us address it here squarely. Then having said that, I want to congratulate our Air Force for that strike. We need more of it to eliminate these terrorists that is making us uncomfortable in our country. So if I don't know the number I'm calling you, these days your numbers don't go. I hope I did not call the female line.
No. You're calling the right one.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning to you too. Thank you for calling me. You got about 15 seconds left on your time, but thanks for calling. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. Nigeria needs a well-articulated foreign policy by the president of it.
Well, the headline from the trust says Nigeria needs well-articulated policy, not foreign policy.
Okay. Well-articulated policy, Abi?
Yes.
By the way, I'm Boyes and calling from Afro Media.
Welcome, sir.
Please, I beg them to look into what is disturbing Nigeria. Look at the fuel issues. Look at the fuel crisis. Look at no food for the common people to eat. And all we are just hearing is stories. Look at armed bandits everywhere killing people. Yet what we are hearing is foreign policy. Please let them do something. Let the government do something. People are dying. They should stop all this rhetoric. Please. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for calling me. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Shariff.
Good morning to you.
This Friday from Golere.
Talk to me Friday.
I need those boys that we arrested. Sheriff, see, but I don't support you because packing them to Osun State. What if they are criminal? Are you not telling us you are pursuing criminal from Lagos State to Osun State? But Sheriff, come to look at it. All this Pendesta Bridge, Sheriff. You are climbing them in the night once it is late in the night or early in the morning, because the bridge is meant for crossing. But some people are turning to their house, Sheriff.
Yeah.
Those boys are very scary. If you walk there on late hour, Sheriff, they attack you, they carry all your belongings. If you are not lucky enough, they may likely enjoy you. And Lagos government are looking at them. Why can't they go after these people and clear those who don't have? See, it's not compulsory that everybody must live in Lagos now. But they are told those bridges to their house. They are not the landlord of those bridges, Sheriff. It's scary sometimes. Thank you very much.
Yes, it can be scary. It can be scary, really. You can watch live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can be a part of it on Facebook and on YouTube. Let's just go take some comments right now. On Facebook, I've got this one here from Nana, I think. Nana says that Tinubu is a Western puppet. Says Tinubu is a Western puppet, so I won't be surprised if he opens up to these predators, but I have no sympathy with the noisy blackmailing and parasitic. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there. Let's take another one this time. Let's go to WhatsApp. Let's go take one or two from WhatsApp. Then we'll take one or two calls on Skype, and we'll return to the telephone in a moment. This person says, Silo, is that your name? Silo? Silo says, I'm going to keep personal mail present help. I don't understand that, Silo. I don't even know what you're talking about. If you like to clarify, please do that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Darlington from our papa says, we can't afford to have a foreign military base on our corridor Will they, that's the West now, allow Nigerian society military base in Detroit? We shouldn't allow ourselves to be used as a base to test new Western toys. That's Darlington who dropped that here. Darlington, thank you for sharing your thought. Thank you. So I'm going to take one or two calls now, then we'll go to Skype. Let's take this one here. Good morning to you. Morning. Morning to you.
Yeah. Christian Ogazelu are calling from Ejibo. Please, Sheriff. Yeah. Those Northern Elders Forum and NMPPA members that are asking Nigerians to go into defense pact with the US and France, is it not the same years that supply us these Tucano jet fighters they are raising to fight the bandits and the terrorists?
They didn't supply us. We paid for it.
Yes. Now, you paid for it? Are they not the one that produced it?
It wasn't for free. You paid for it. You can buy anything from anybody.
Even the defense pact that they are coming to do, is it for free? They are coming to come to Nigeria to form a military base. It's not for free. If the government agrees, then the government has interest because the government know why they want them to come and have a military base in Nigeria. So they gave us the majority of the arms and ammunition we are buying. We don't produce them. So what's wrong with us having a defense pact with them? Why should Northerners be threatened whenever they hear the name US or France or this thing? So to me, if Tinubu wants the French and the US to come and form this, so be it.
You welcome it. Okay. All right. He says he welcomes it. Let's speak to Azu. Azu is on Skype. Azu, how are you doing? Oh, Azu has gone. Oh, Azu, sorry. Yeah. So sorry. I thought I was able to pick your call. I think he just went away at the nick of it. Let me take another call now quickly before I jump on Azu's call. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Malik speaking.
Welcome, Malik.
Oga Sheriff.
Sir?
We want a good policy, right? Meanwhile, the one we have on ground, we cannot maintain them. We want to make another one. Is it not so?
No. We're not making another one. What the headline says is Nigeria needs well-articulated policies, which means that we'll probably have policies that are not well-articulated.
But they'll be done that will break the rules first. The big boss will be done that will break the rules. Those that make the policy and the one that enforce the policy will be the people that will break the policy again. The others will follow. Anyway, for the military base you're talking about, every country that America has a base, and France, what is going on in that place? Mali, that America has one of the top agency there. Is the Al-Shabaab militant not overrunning them or running the country, running half of Mali? In Niger, it's not the same thing. Well, I don't blame them. I blame us who will get brave.
Thank you, Malik.
For the OCBC. Good morning.
Thank you for calling me. I appreciate it. Let me take this call here on Skype. Hello, good morning to you. Can you hear me? Oh, you can't hear me. Let's take this one there. Good morning to you. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you.
Kofi, Sheriff.
It's okay.
First thing first, the pact, a so-called military pact they're having with the West. Let's just tell them straight up. It should be stated clearly. We don't understand what they mean by pact. We don't want ambiguity. But if it's about bringing drone or whatever, they want to come and create a station in Nigeria, could work. Just like the minimum wage of 630-something thousand naira. That one too could work. Let's tell ourselves the truth. For Fubara, that is telling us that with the whole political distraction, he can still move on. Could work. We should tell ourselves the truth. That needs to be said with him. Okay. Have a nice day, Sherry.
You too, as well. Have a great one. Yeah. Always get time to rest. Okay. You're sounding very, very tired. Morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff. Good morning. How are you doing? This is Femi.
Good. Well, Femi, welcome.
I'm fine now. How's it going now? How's your weekend?
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, and congrats to, I saw this, your Unilorry advocate. Congrats to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice one.
Thank you.
So basically, I'll start by saying that last week on Friday when they were talking about the destruction, like people staying under the bridge and the rest,
right.
I did talk about Pelewura in Lagos. Luckily, that's where the government is going to be working on today. Like as if they listen to Nigeria and they started work on it. It's been that place. I grew up in Lagos Island, so I knew that place has been there since the 90s.
Femi, we'll be back. I'll be back.
Your MTN line is blocked. You can't make calls. You can't receive calls. Not even text messages. Nothing at all? What about bank alerts? All these happened because you haven't linked your NIN to your MTN line. Unblock your MTN line today by linking it to your NIN. Rush to any nearby MTN store or agent. If you don't have your NIN yet, no problem. Simply go to any nearby NIMC office to get your NIN. MTN. What are we doing today? Is your heart racing because your MTN line is blocked? You can't make calls. You can't receive calls. Not even text messages. Nothing at all? What about bank alerts? All these happened because you haven't linked your NIN to your MTN line. Unblock your MTN line today by linking it to your NIN. Rush to any nearby MTN store or agent. If you don't have your NIN yet, no problem. Simply go to any nearby NIMC office to get your NIN. MTN. What are we doing today?
Welcome back to Dailies. Today, Femi is still on the line. Femi, please go on ahead and talk to me, right?
I was saying that, like, I did speak about the Adinja Dailies, the area is called Pelewura. Again, the government is doing it today. I'm really happy about that. At least they listen to us and they know we probably did listen to Nigeria on Friday. And
They do. Yeah.
So, and that place, I've known it since the 90s because I grew up on the island and I know that area to be like that. It's become a community on its own. So that being that, then with regards to foreign policy, I think we need to educate people about what foreign policy means and what it really means. People don't have an idea, but they just want to talk about it. Nigerian foreign policy has always been Africa as the centerpiece of our foreign policy. Our current government is diverting away from it. We're now more talking about like the world in general rather than focusing on what like really is really affecting Africa. And I would like to say it. We need to start talking deliberately about how African leaders are generally and deliberately underdeveloping Africa. So that's my own with this.
Thank you.
Good morning,
Thank you,
and God
Femi.
bless you.
Thank you. Bless you too. Thanks for calling me. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's go take some comments right now on YouTube. We're streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Nigeria Info 99.3. We've got quite a number of comments there. Adebaba says we don't lack good policies, but we lack sincere implementation. That's Adebaba on YouTube. I've got another one from Adebayo who says there should be more deportations. Adebayo, I think when you say things like this, you need to nuance it very well. Deportation in what regard? Right. You need to be able to, don't just drop comments. It's part of what we learn in school called citizen journalism. By your action of even commenting on stories on radio, you yourself, you're practicing citizen journalism on your own way or in your own way on your own side there. So when you drop comments like this, you should have at the back of your mind that other people will read those comments and they should be able to understand the message you're trying to pass across. Okay. There's no need for ambiguity. It doesn't matter whether anybody is there with you or people know you or people don't know you. You've got to be responsible in a number of ways when we're commenting on public discourse like this. Try and nuance it very well. Muiwa says the government said don't cross the express road, yet homeless people occupy the pedestrian bridges. The government took out the homeless to another state. We cry foul. Shame. Muiwa is saying this one here. Muiwa, thank you. But Muiwa, you're not exactly sure that all of the people... no, government didn't even tell us that the people that crossed the expressway were the ones that, they took home to Oshun. They didn't say that. Nobody said that. You're the one just giving your own definition to this thing, all right? So calm down, Calm down until we get a very clear picture of what transpired, of what happened. There's no need to put out this information out there, okay? Let me head back to the telephone. We'll take one or two now as we begin to wrap up. Good morning to you.
Thank God, Sheriff, I've picked me call. This is Joy.
Okay, Joy, good morning to you.
Thank you. For the military base coming to Nigeria, Tinubu should tread carefully, romancing with the France and U.S. Mind you, if they come here, that means the enemies of U.S. are enemy, and that is going to be detrimental to us. So they should know what they are doing. It shouldn't happen. if they want to actually help us. In fact, coming here is not for Nigeria, it is for their country. They will never come to do anything for free. They will just look away. So they have been seeing things happening, all the whatever that's been going on. What did France do? They were in Niger. They saw when the terrorists were coming into other Sahel. What did they do? They looked away. They were busy taking lithium and all that they wanted to take for free and all that. So please, he should know what he's doing. Therefore, the miscreants that they said they took to other states, it is shameful and very bad. You're supposed to convert this able-bodied youth to go either to farming or to something. You in US or in other foreign countries, you cannot see them say they want to take one person from Minnesota to another state, say because they are this or they are homeless. You don't see that happen. So we shouldn't have that kind of mindset. If you have a lot of miscreants in your state, you convert them to good use. That is what you should do. Or if they cannot be rehabilitated or whatever, you should then maybe build a home for them to go and stay, not taking them to other states. It is not unheard of.
Thank you.
We are one Nigeria.
Thank you, Joey.
So we shouldn't do that. Thank you.
Thank you for calling me. Appreciate it. I'm just smiling while you're talking, right? Convert them to what now? Where is the farm? Maybe the farm is in Osun State, so you never can tell. All right, let's leave it here for this one, yeah? Thank you for being a part of it. I'm going to hand you back to Kofi now for the continuation of the Morning Crossfire. Stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3. I'm Sheriff Quadry. So for the morning tea.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.